People always ask what the scariest part of being alone at night is. They think it's ghosts, burglars, or maybe the dark itself. But that's not it. The real fear comes from the uncertainty, that quiet, crawling thought that the world doesn't stop us because you closed your eyes. That something else might still be awake. It started small. My wife, Sarah, had to travel for work. That left me alone in our old two-story house for the first time in years. At first, it wasn't bad. The dog slept downstairs in the utility room. The fridge hummed softly, and the floor creaked like it always did. The silence was heavy, but familiar. Then the noises began. Every night, sometime after 2 a.m., I'd hear a sound from the hallway. A soft click, the hall closet door closing. I told myself it was just the house settling. Maybe a draft, but it kept happening. Every single night, right when I was about to fall asleep, I always heard the same sound, always the same time. Then things started to move. At first, it was small, barely noticeable. The next morning, the picture of Sarah and me on the nightstand was tilted, just a few degrees. Then a blanket I'd left folded neatly on the chair ended up crumpled on the floor, which makes it strange enough to make me question my memory. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe I bumped things without noticing. Maybe I was just tired. But soon it became clear that something, or someone was walking through my house at night. I started staying awake, just to listen. The hours between midnight and dawn stretched endlessly. I'd lie there in bed, eyes wide open, straining to hear even the smallest noise. Sometimes it was a soft creak from the stairs. Sometimes it was a faint shuffle on the wooden floor. And sometimes it was that same familiar click like the sound of the closet door closing again. I tried setting traps. I put string across the bedroom doorway, a book balanced on a stool. Every morning, the traps were untouched. Nothing fell, but the room had changed. Objects slightly out of place, curtains drawn differently. Then one night, everything changed. I couldn't sleep. I just lay staring at the wall near the closet, trying to convince myself there was nothing there. But as my eyes adjusted to the dark, I noticed something new. I saw a single vertical line drawn in pencil on the wall, a tally mark. My chest went cold. I sat up, heart pounding, grabbed my phone, and turned on the flashlight. It was real. Someone had drawn that line, high up near the ceiling corner, straight and deliberate. I scrubbed it off immediately, rubbing until the paint was damp. Then I locked the door, pushed a chair under the handle, and sat awake until morning. When daylight came, I told myself I'd imagined it. Maybe I'd scratched the paint without realizing. That night, I went to bed early, exhausted. Before sleeping, I glanced at the same spot and it was clean white wall. I turned off the lights and closed my eyes. After what felt like hours, I opened them again. There were 2 tally marks now, side by side, fresh, darker than before. That was when I realized that whoever was in my house wasn't just visiting. They were keeping track. I didn't know what they were counting. Maybe they were counting days, victims, nights I'd been alone. But every morning, I saw one more. By the 5th night, my nerves were shot. I barely ate. I jumped at every sound. Even the dog refused to come upstairs anymore. He'd just sit at the bottom step and stare into the dark hallway, whining softly. I called Sarah. She said her business trip was extended for another month. I lied and told her everything was fine. I didn't want her to worry or think I'd lost my mind. Now there are 7 tally marks on my wall. 7 nights alone, each mark carved cleaner, darker, higher up the wall, as if whoever's making them is standing right beside my bed. Tonight, I'm sitting here, waiting. My eyes hurt from staying open, but I won't sleep. Because I have the horrible feeling that the moment I finally close my eyes, the counting will stop, and when it stops, something else will start. Please like and subscribe for more stories.